Don't buy the new M2 Mac Mini base model. Or maybe you should. Actually, hear me out for a second. Okay, hello everybody. I'm little Mr. Guy. And so Apple has randomly dropped new Macs on us in January, which is kind of surprising. But I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that I didn't see it coming because there was various reports from different Apple leakers such as John Prosser that we would be looking at a new Apple announcement for Macs on January 17th. And honestly, I was excited to hear this because I wanted to get a new M1 16-inch MacBook Pro anyway. So, with the new Macs release, you can get a good discount on either a old used one or one from the Apple refurbished program, or you can get a new one that has a good spec bump. So the possibilities are looking good for people who are in the market for a new Mac. Now, I couldn't get a new MacBook, but I saw the new Mac Mini and then I wanted to give that a shot. Since I have the peripherals of a screen as well as a mouse keyboard combo, and I mean, the base price was pretty attractive to see. But the real question is, who is this meant for? Well, let's unbox and let's see. Alright, so the box is the same as the previous Mac Mini, and as you probably know, Apple packages their products really well. Apple has the best marketing in the whole tech world, even if sometimes their marketing doesn't quite meet the standard at which we would like their products to. They engineer the box to glide so effortlessly open, and I just always appreciated that about their presentation. After opening the box, you are greeted with the Mac Mini. Flipping it over, we have this black adhesive affixed to the bottom. Now, I know you know, but I'm still gonna be your dad. Make sure to take off the sticker. And there is another black sticker covering the I/O ports. With the base M2 Mac Mini, you get two Thunderbolt 4 ports, which can transfer in and out 40 gigabits of information a second. And it can also be used as a charger, which will give you 100 watts battery charging capacity, so that's pretty good. The Thunderbolt 4 ports can display up to 6K resolution at 60 Hz, which immediately tells you this is not really for gaming, but if you're a gamer, you already probably know that since Apple's not really your market. The HDMI port can output 6K resolution at 60 Hz, as well as it can downgrade to 4K at 60 Hz, so that's pretty good. You also get two USB Type-A ports, a 1 gig Ethernet port, an audio jack and power plug. Upon removing the Mac Mini, you'll find all the typical Apple information packets, as well as a big silver sticker with the Apple logo on it. And then finally, you get a black cable. Unbraided, but whatever. So the hardware with the new base model for the M2 Mac Mini is that it has a 10-core CPU, a 10-core GPU, a 16-core neural network chip, and there is 8 gigs of DDR5 RAM, yikes, and 256 gigabytes of SSD. So I did some really light testing in Ableton, Minecraft, and iMovie. I normally run over-intensive programs in Ableton, which include my VSTs, my compressors, and my EQs. I found that it ran fine with like a few tracks, but I would say that the more I added on, the harder it was on the CPU. So yeah, iMovie ran fine, but I'm sure that you would know that. And I'm positive that even if you tested some of the more intensive apps like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro, that it would have been a little bit harder on it. And, you know, Minecraft, what, I had to test a game. Minecraft ran pretty well on normal settings, but I was reaching only about maybe 40, 50 frames, and there was a lot of jittering, that kind of thing. But yeah, so you can at least run decent Minecraft on it, I don't know. So in conclusion, who is this meant for? I would say this machine is not really meant for those who want to run anything too intensive, just because, I mean, look, I put in my media programs and, you know, the CPU and the RAM started freaking out and giving me that little warning saying that, you know, your RAM was about to give out on you. So I don't think that you can do too much with this in that way. So the base model would be great for somebody who has a keyboard, they have a mouse, and then they have a screen, or they're willing to pay a little bit of money around it, right? And I also don't see much point in trying to build a small PC in order to kind of compare to this, because I just feel like its value is just really great, especially if you want to get into that Apple ecosystem or if you're already in it, then this will be quite helpful. But I would say that if you are somebody who's looking to run a little bit more intensive programs, then I would recommend, maybe trying to at least upgrade the RAM to 16 gigabytes, even though at that point, the more you spec this thing out, the less of the value bargain that it was, right? I would maybe recommend getting an upgraded version of this with a bit more RAM or space, or maybe looking to other devices in the Apple ecosystem, such as the Mac Studio or one of the MacBooks. So yeah, this has been my review of the M2 Mac Mini base model. If you could subscribe because I earned your attention and interest, then that would be awesome. So please like, subscribe, punch that bell, everything. And I don't know, worship me at the very least. That would be very fun and sexy of you. Thank you. Bye.